Hi, I'm Jay Ruston. I'm a producer-mixer. This is my studio in Sherman Oaks, California. I'm here to talk to you about the Samson Resolv SE monitors. Some of the bands I've worked with are Anthrax, Steel Panther, Stone Sour, Meatloaf, American Idol. Did a bunch of mixing on a couple seasons for that show. Morrissey, Courtney Love, Diana Ross, and I used to mix on Yamaha NS10s for many years, and in my quest to find the ultimate speaker, I came across the Samsons recently. And the most important thing for me is mid-range, and especially at low volumes because they mix very quietly. And the Samson SEs, just the mid-range is absolutely perfect, and the bottom end isn't hyped, but it's totally punchy. And the upper mid-range, which can be harsh on powered monitors, is very smooth and adjustable in 2 dB increments, which for my room was perfect to knock it back a couple or bring it up depending on the project that I'm mixing, but I love having that option. They're also great to crank up when you really want to feel the bottom end. They don't get harsh, and to get the bottom end right, I generally need to listen fairly loud, but for all the vocal rides and getting the top end right, I mix very quietly, so they are perfect at all those volumes and just sound exactly the same across the board. When I start mixing a record, the first thing I do is bring up the first track and just kind of listen to everything flat. Bring up the drums, the bass, guitars. Sometimes I'll even start with vocals just to get the vibe on the melody. And I try not to do any EQ or compression for a while. Just balance the mix with the sounds that are on tape and see if I can make it work like that. And then I'll start bringing in some EQ and compression on individual tracks and on the stereo mix as well. And if I'm mixing in Pro Tools, everything goes across my Trident analog console and then into the SE monitors, and it's just a perfect combination for me, sort of half in the box, half out of the box. And once I get the mix, kind of the basic idea of the mix, I can get pretty rocking within an hour or so, and then I start automating and changing EQs and pans and things like that depending on each section of the song. Sometimes the chorus might need a punchier snare or a different snare sound altogether depending on what's happening instrumentation wise. I recently finished a record by a band called the Winery Dogs, which is Richie Kotzen, Billy Sheehan, and Mike Portnoy. It's an amazing album. The songs, the vibe of it, it's just all different genres. It's rocks, it's blues, there's some shredding. I think it's kind of something for everyone. And Richie's voice is just incredible. And I really love the way the sound of that record came out, and one of the most important things for me was getting the mid-range and his guitar tone correct, and I think the Resolv SEs really helped me with that. And my mastering engineer, Paul Logus, commented on the same thing. He thought the mid-range was really nailed on that record. A couple other projects that I have coming up this summer is the third Steel Panther record should be finished in the next couple months. I'm also working with Pearl a Day. We're doing a kind of a California country record with Jim Wilson. And that's kind of it right now. My website is jruston.com, and at Twitter I'm @jruston.